Right, so the thought success comes in cans, not in cannots. Instead of me explaining it, you tell me what does it mean? Right now, the example we can take live example. You say you cannot get up early, you cannot attend the lecture if it is early, you cannot do this, that, right? So, is that how you achieve success? It is cannot. The negatives that we were discussing right now. You have to eliminate those cannots. Only with these cans you can achieve success if you want to achieve at all. Just studying and scoring marks is not called being successful, right? It takes each and everything like hard work, consistency, getting up early every day, not just 2 days and again lagging behind. Hard work, consistency, focus, everything that is in cans, not in cannots. Even if it is difficult, you forget cannot. You just assume that you have to. You don't have any other option. Then you can do it. So now onwards, please forget your cannots. I cannot get up early. All those who are joining after 8. I think only two girls were there before 8. One was Misbah and the other one was Khadija Kolia. Is that a new student?
Yes,
Okay. So I thought why I don't know her. The name is same, right? Khadija.
yes,
Okay. From which school have you come?
Nightmare.
Okay. That two students have not yet joined, that new students, Kikani Fatima and Trawadi Fatima. Now I remember with the surnames. But I suppose both of them attend all the lectures every day, right?
Yes,
But right now in my lecture, they have not yet joined. Sarani is there. Sarani Fatima, how are you?
Fine, sir.
Okay. You did not say good morning. This is not fair.
Sir, when I joined, you were explaining thought.
No matter, but you should. See, whenever Sarah joins, even in last 5 minutes, if she joins, she will say it, right?
Yes, good morning, sir.
Okay, never mind. Good morning. And what about Conan?
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, Bhimani Sakina,
yes, sir.
how are you? Joined. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, so before we continue with the chapter, answer me some of the questions. Where was Pip when he met the convict? Where was he? Did you get the question? Where was Pip when he met the convict?
At a church.
Church or
Churchyard.
churchyard?
Churchyard.
Yes, it was winter afternoon in the churchyard. What did the convict have on his legs?
Shield.
Is that one word answer? What is the answer?
Iron rings.
Iron ring on his legs and no shoes.
Yes.
What did the convict threaten Pip to do?
To bring some food and file
No, what did he threaten him to do?
to cut yours. I will cut yours.
Yes, he commanded him to stand still or he would cut his throat. What did he ask Pip to get for him?
Some food and file.
He asked for some food and a file to cut his chains. What is the name of Pip's brother in law?
Mr. Joe.
What?
Mr. Joe Gartry.
Mr. Joe Gargery. Okay. How did Pip get the food for the man? How did he get the food for the man? Can't you tell me the answer without reading? How did he get it?
He decided to rob the food from pantry.
Yes. At dawn, early morning, he decided that he would steal the food, he would rob the pantry, and that is how he got the food for the convict. I think we have read till here.
Yes.
He took a file from the forge. And yes, can anyone tell me what is the meaning of forge? I had explained. He got the file from the forge. What is forge? Which kind of room it is?
In which sharp metal are made.
Metal is heated until it is
Yes,
soft and
right.
then it is hit
So,
with hammer to give different shapes.
shape
Hmm. And why was the forge in the house? Why was that kind of room built in the house?
because his brother-in-law was blacksmith.
Yes. Now let us continue. So who will read it? It was cold from there. Who will read now? Yes, Fatima.
It was a cold, wet morning, and however fast I ran, I could not warm my feet. I knew my way to the battery. I hurried across a ditch I knew to be near the battery, and soon reached the place. And there was the man hugging himself and limping to and fro. He did not turn me upside down this time, but looked awfully cold and hungry as I opened the bundle and emptied my pockets. He ate hurriedly, Some real or imagined sound gave him a start, and he said suddenly, "You're not deceiving me. You have brought no one with you." "No, sir, no." "Well," said he, "I believe you." Pitying him, I was bold enough to say, "I'm glad you enjoy your food." "Thank you, my boy, I do. Give me the file, boy."
Okay. So, as I said, the next day, early morning, Peep stole some food and the file from his house. And it was cold morning, it was a wet morning, maybe because of that dew early morning, and it was Christmas morning. He's wearing that woolen clothes. He ran fast. I could not warm my feet because when we run fast, actually we get that warmth. But he was not able to warm his feet. It was so cold outside, and he knew the address of the old battery where he had to go to meet that convict. Then he hurried across a ditch. What is a ditch? A canal, you can say, a channel, a small area of water, a canal in short. And he knew that he is now near the battery. He had almost reached there. Soon he reached the place where he was supposed to reach, and finally he saw that man, that convict was already waiting for him. In what condition? Hugging himself, limping to and fro. Means what? Hugging himself, when we feel cold, we just wrap our arms around our chest, right? That is hugging ourselves. That is hugging himself, limping to and fro. Limping means when you limp, means your legs are paining, you walk with difficulty. That is limping, walking with difficulty, to and fro. मतलब यहाँ से वहाँ चक्कर लगा रहा था वो. And he was hugging himself because he was feeling so cold. He did not even turn. Now this time he did not check Peep's pocket and everything. He did not turn him upside down. उसने check नहीं किया उसको. Now he was looking awfully cold because of course, he had no home to stay in. So he was outside whole night. So he was awfully cold. He was looking very cold, and he was so hungry that he opened the food packets that Peep had brought for him. He opened that bundle and emptied the pockets. मतलब whatever Peep had brought with him, that man grabbed it. He snatched it because he was so hungry and he was feeling so cold. And of course, it is written over there. He ate hurriedly. He could not wait. And suddenly something struck him. He recalled something, and suddenly he asked a question. "You are not deceiving me," means he asked Peep. "I hope you are not cheating me, right? You have brought this food for me, you have brought a file for me, but I hope that you have not brought anyone else with you." He asked Peep. See, he has brought a file. Peep has brought a file. Can you see?
Yes.
Yes.
So suddenly he asked Peep, "I hope you have not brought anyone with you. You are not deceiving me. You are not tricking me, cheating me." Peep said, "No, I haven't brought anyone with me. I haven't told anyone." Okay, then the man said, "Okay, I believe you." He did not argue much. And pitying means what? When you feel sorry for someone and you feel sympathy for someone, that is pitying. I was bold enough to say, "I'm glad you enjoy your food." Now, you see, when you give something, when you give some food to the beggars, when they eat in front of you, like they are hungry for so many days, you will get that sense of satisfaction, right? We feel we feel satisfied, contented when we offer food to the beggars and when they eat in front of us. So same way, Peep also said to that man that, "I am glad you enjoy your food." Peep was really feeling happy to help him, and he said that, "I am happy you are eating your food so nicely and I liked it. Thank you, my boy. I do. Give me the file, boy." So that man was also kind enough. He thanked Peep and then he asked for the file. And Peep gave him the file he had brought with him. Yes, continue. Continue. You want to read, Fatima?
Yes. Soon he was pulling at his iron like a madman, not thinking of me or his sore leg. I was very much afraid of him again, and of staying away from home any longer, so I told him I must go. When he did not answer, I slipped quietly away, and when I stopped to listen, the fire was still going. I thought I should find a policeman waiting for me when I went home. There was not, but my sister wanted to know where I had been. So I explained I had been to listen to the carols, but the robbery had not been discovered as the dinner had been made ready the day before. Dinner time came, and I was still uneasy. Later, at the door, I ran into a party of soldiers, one of whom held out a pair of handcuffs, saying, "Here you are, come on." Everyone rose in alarm, but the sergeant walked in with the handcuffs in one hand and his other hand on my shoulder, explaining that he was on a chase in the name of the king.
Okay. So you understood what happened. Now, as Peep gave him that file, that sharp knife, which you can see over here, then what did he do? Like a madman, like he has gone mad. He had gone mad. See, that way he started filing. It is not filling, it is filing. Means to hit very forcibly, to hit constantly on something. So he started to break his iron rings, that chains that he had on his legs. Like a madman, he started breaking it with that file. And he did not even think. He forgot that the boy is standing beside him. Peep was standing there, and he also forgot of his sore leg. Sore means what? Paining leg. His leg was paining, of course, because his legs were tied. But he did not even care about it. He let he you know he bore that pain, and still he was hitting on that iron chains with that file. And Peep, when he saw this, Peep was a boy. He was a little boy. So he was so afraid that he has gone mad or what? Or will he kill me after this? And he was also afraid because he had come out of the house. He was away from his home and he had not informed his sister or brother in law. So he was so afraid. So Peep asked that man, Peep asked him, "Should I go now?" But that man was so busy breaking the chains that he did not answer him, that he did not care what Peep was asking. So Peep quietly slipped away, means without the knowledge of that man. Slowly he moved backward and he went away. Then, at some distance, Peep stopped again. And why did he stop? Because that man was hitting on that iron rings, on that chains, so madly that the sound was heard even at 1 kilometer distance, you can say. At little distance, I mean. And that sound was still going on. Means what? The chain had not been broken yet. Then Peep thought that as soon as he will reach home, he would find a policeman waiting for him. Why so? Tell me. Why did Peep think that as soon as he will reach home, he will find a policeman waiting for him? Tell me. Why?
because he has stole the food.
Stealing the food is not a is not a big crime, and that too from your own house. Why did he think so? Common sense. Can't you tell me the answer?
Yes, but I
Because
think this topic
Yes. For what?
Peep has gone out of her house without informing her sister.
Then you think the police will be waiting for him just within an hour or two. It's so common, it's so obvious. The reason is that he has helped a convict, a prisoner who has broken jail and has ran away. Helping a criminal is also a crime, right? So that is why he thought the police might be waiting for him, because he was a little boy. He did not have an idea that the police will not be waiting for him because no one knows about it yet. And there was nobody. But as soon as he reached home, obviously his sister would ask him. So his sister asked, "Where were you?" Then he gave an excuse that I had been to listen to the carols. You know what are carols? You might have heard. Anyone? Peep gave the reason that I had gone to church to listen to the carols. Carols are the religious song sung at Christmas by the Christians. Understood?
Yes.
Yes.
So early morning Christmas, Christmas morning, he had been to listen to carols. He said that, but the robbery had not been discovered. मतलब जो उसने food और file जो steal किया था, that was not yet known by his sister. Because why? Because the dinner that was made, it was made one day before and it was kept in that pantry because it was Christmas time, as I told you. So no one had checked yet that the food was, some food was missing. Finally, the dinner time came, and Peep was afraid that everyone will come to know about the about this robbery of the food. And you know what happened? A party of soldiers. Party of soldiers means what? It is a collective noun. Some soldiers came there, and they came near the door, like we see in the movies. और उन्होंने ऐसे हथकड़ी ऊपर पकड़ी थी. Handcuffs were there. And what was the first dialogue said by one of the soldiers? Here you are. Come on. So Peep was afraid, of course. He understood how that handcuffs raised in his hand, and that soldier said, looking at Peep, here you are. Come on. Means what will he think? What will Peep think?
That they have came to arrest Pip.
Yes, that they have come to arrest him. You know, when, as I told you before also, when we do something wrong, we feel constantly that we'll be caught. Even if it is a small thing, we will constantly feel that someone will definitely come to know. Right? So that is what was going on Peep's mind. And when so the soldier said, here you are, come on, he was so afraid. But then everyone rose in alarm. Everyone was confused. What's going on? But the sergeant walked in. Sergeant, the meaning is already given. A police officer ranking below an inspector, means one of the policemen. He walked in with the handcuffs and in one hand and his other hand on my shoulder. मतलब उस पीप के शोल्डर पे हाथ रखा था उसने. And on one in his one hand there was handcuff. So now Peep's heartbeats increased for a while. That will he arrest me now? Because his one hand was on Peep's shoulder. Then he explained that he was on the chase in the name of the king. They say this, in the name of the king. That is the word which is used for giving respect to that king. Means king has given him orders, or the order has come from the government, you can say. And they were looking for a criminal. On the chase means what? They were after a criminal. They were looking for a criminal, he explained. So then Peep was relieved. Thank God they have not come to arrest me. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, Vispa, will you read?
Sir, can I?
Yes, Aisha. Gunyani. Sorry, Umera. I just read the name of ID.
The lock on the handcuffs was not working and he wanted the blacksmith to mend it. When Joey had finished his job, he had the courage to ask if he and I might go with the soldiers to see what became of the hunt. Mrs. Joy would never have let us go had she not been curious to know how it ended. That is how we came to be a part of manhunt. Manhunt.
Okay, 1 minute. Just a minute. Manhunt. Manhunt means what? Looking for a man. Searching for the criminal. That is manhunt. Hunt means to search for. Now what happened? The lock on the handcuffs was not working and he wanted the blacksmith to mend it. So now we know why the soldier had come inside, that he wanted to repair that lock of the handcuffs. And blacksmith means Mr. Joe Gargery, he had to repair that handcuffs. So the soldiers had come there. So when Joe completed repairing the handcuffs were ready. And then Joe asked that soldier, and Joe asked the soldier that can I and my little boy means Peep, can we both accompany you? Can we also come along with you? Mrs. Joe would never have let us go had she not been so curious to know what how it ended. Now, why did Mrs. Joe let both of them go with these soldiers? Because Peep's sister was also very much curious in this kind of matters. She also wanted to know that how will police catch the criminal and how will they spot him. She was also very much interested in all these. So she allowed both of them to go along with the soldiers. And soldiers also agreed because after all, that blacksmith had repaired that handcuffs. So soldiers said, okay, you can come along with us. And that is how they went along with the soldiers and they became the part of a manhunt. Like the soldiers were looking for him and they also became a part of it now because they were with them. Understood?
Yes.
Carry on. Carry on.
The convict was spotted subsequently caught on our way to Old Battery. He looked around and saw me. I looked him eagerly and tried by shaking my head to tell him I had not given him away. He looked through only for a moment, beamed closely at me in a way I could not understand. I continue करूँ?
Yes.
My convict never looked at me again, but suddenly he turned to a sergeant and remarked, I wish to say something about this escape. It may stop some people from being suspected. Because of me, I took some food the village of over there from the blacksmith house, and so he set me free from the fear of being caught for helping him by claiming that he had stolen the food himself. Now that the fear of being found out was lifted, I was not sorry I had stolen the food as far as Miss Joy concerned. But I
Was
loved
concerned.
concerned. But I loved Joy and knew I should tell him in my advantage.
Of my adventure. So now, when they both were along with the soldiers, finally the soldiers stopped near the old battery. Subsequently, caught. Subsequently means later on. Subsequent means which is occurring or coming later. So finally, the convict was spotted. Means soldiers found that convict. They stopped there and then they arrested him near the old battery. Then convict was looking at Peep. See, the convict was looking at Peep. First of all, he thought maybe Peep had given his location to these soldiers, but Peep shook his head. उसने ना बोला सिर्फ head से. But then convict believed him that Peep had not given him away. Not given him away means Peep had not given his location to these soldiers. Convict understood that this boy is innocent. He has not given my location. Very closely, constantly, the convict was staring at Peep, but then he got him what Peep was trying to tell him, that I have not told about your location. Please don't look at me like this. I have not cheated you. He was just trying to speak in his mind. Then, after that, the convict did not look at Peep ever again. But suddenly, when soldiers were taking him away, he stopped for a moment and he said, I wish to say something about this escape. It may stop some people from being suspected because of me. I took some food from the village over there from the blacksmith's house. So, you know what happened now? I already told you when I was teaching you. In the beginning, I told you when the convict was being taken away, he confessed the crime which even he had not done. But Peep had stolen the food from the pantry and he had stolen the file from the forge. So before convict could be taken away, he said to the soldiers, he confessed that I have stolen some food and a file from the blacksmith's house near the village. So please don't blame anyone else. It was me who has robbed the house, no one else. So he took the blame on himself. And finally, Peep was free of all the fears of being caught because Peep had actually helped that man. So that man repaid him by taking all the blame on himself. Did you understand?
Yes.
Yes.
And now Peep had no fear. Peep was free of all the fears. He was like tension free now. So the fear was lifted now. And he was not sorry. Peep was not feeling sorry anymore because he had stolen the food. And he was afraid that Mrs. Joe, means Peep's sister, would scold him. But now all that fear was lost. It was gone away. But Peep thought that I should share this with Joe because he loved Joe more than he loved his sister. Yes, because Joe was friendlier with him. He was not so strict like his sister. So he thought that I should share about my adventure, means whatever I have done for this convict, I should share with Joe. Do you think he will tell him? Read this.
Yet I feared he would think me worse than I was, and not trust me anymore. So I put off telling him when we got home. I was put to bed, tired out, but the next day, for many days, I was troubled by the secret I had not shared with Joy.
Okay. So Peep was afraid that if he would share that secret with Joe that he had helped the convict, then Joe would not trust him anymore. That how could he do this without asking him? He has helped a convict, a prisoner who had escaped from jail. So Joe will not trust him after that. So he did not share that secret with him, and he was put off. So I put off telling him, means he did not tell him. He thought that now I should not share the secret with him. And when he went home, he was put to bed. He was tired that he went to sleep. And for many days, he was so irritated. He himself was so much irritated from inside. For so many days, he was troubled because that secret was still inside him. He had not shared even with Joe, whom he loved the most. Understood, everyone? Any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So, why did Pip begin to cry in the churchyard? Anyone?
Because his mother, father, and brother was there.
Okay. Second, who do you think was friendlier with Pip?
His brother-in-law.
What did Pip steal from the pantry?
Food, some food from pantry.
Which food?
A bone, pie, cookie, and
Bread and cheese, pie and a bone. And where did he get the file from?
Forge.
From a fruit.
He got the file from the forge.
Four.
Okay. So now I'll send the PDF. Okay. Complete it in the Fairbook before you come to school. I will check the Fairbook on the day you come to school. Chapter 4, 5, 6, all the three chapters should be complete.
सर तो काय